Good morning, dear friends. I, Professor Basavaraj Koruche, welcome you all for today's class, Personality Development and Life Skills. In previous classes, we have seen the various determinants of personality. This is video number 11, module number 1. In this lecture, we are again discussing the determinants of personality development. In previous class, as we discussed the various determinants of personality development like physical determinants, intellectual determinants, these things we have discussed. Today, we will be discussing upon emotional determinants. How emotional determinants play an important role in personality development, those things or those aspects we shall discuss today. Human being is an emotional animal wherein he has many emotions right from his birth till death. Every now and then the emotions keep on changing or affecting the personality of a person. So this emotion means the inner feeling which happens because of the changing circumstances outside. Whenever there is a small change or small thing happen outside, the inner feeling what changes in our body or in our mind can be called as emotions. These emotions keep on changing every now and then. So here the emotions what we feel or what we are having will be varying from person to person. Some person may be strong, some person may be very afraid of or will be under fear. So he will be afraid of small little things, and some person they may be very strong that no such emotional feelings will touch them. So here all these things vary right from the childhood or the environment in which the person is living. For example, if a child when he was born, his parents kept him under pressure, they didn't allow him to move out, he was under continuous pressure. So here under such circumstances the child will be living under pressure, and after his growth also, even after he attains the major age, he will be under pressure. So these kind of emotional things or emotional environment or determinants affects the personality development of an individual. So here the personality development can happen if a person is emotionally strong, emotionally balanced, or emotionally he is stable of taking various sort of decisions. A small little thing which happens in our family or in our on our job, it should not disturb our whole life. And many a times we should not mix up with our family life and our job life. If we mix up, there will be a mess and we may not achieve the required growth or we may not perform properly. So therefore, this emotional stability is very much important, because if a person is emotionally strong, definitely he or she will gain or he or she will perform better. So here the emotional determinants are very important, which may impact on our personality development. So therefore these emotional determinants need to be taken care right from childhood till today, because the emotions keep on changing with the changing environment or changing circumstances. Suppose if we give a chocolate to the child, he will be very happy, but if we scold him, he will be under pressure. So if any person who is living throughout his life under pressure may not perform in a better way. So to make a person to perform in a better way, he should be emotionally stable, emotionally balanced, then only he or she can perform well. So for that purpose, there are various emotional determinants which will affect our personality development. In that, first point is dominant emotions. The person should dominate the emotions and he should be focused enough for his achievement or for his performance. If a person is not focused and if a person doesn't dominate his emotions, he or she may not be successful in his life. Therefore, to be successful in his life, a person should dominate his emotions. And most important thing, the emotions, whenever they come, we should not flow away with these emotions. We should stick with our duties and our performance. That is what in Bhagavad Gita also Lord Krishna told to Arjuna. When Arjuna said, I am not going to fight or I am not going to do my duties, at that point of time, the knowledge what Lord Krishna gave, it was Bhagavad Gita, it was given to make him emotionally strong, mentally strong, and that is what essential in today's life. So the person should have the ability to dominate the emotions. The second emotional determinant is emotional balance. If a person is emotionally balanced, he or she will achieve success in his life. Because if a person is not emotionally balanced, he may not perform in a proper way. He may not be able to concentrate on any of his activity or on any of his work. So, if a person is emotionally balanced, he may perform well or he may be successful in his life. So, a person should be emotionally balanced. Either it may be happy or joy moment or a sorrow moment. A person should have or learn the art of balancing the emotions. The third determinant of emotions is emotional deprivation. Many a times these emotions, they depravate, or in Marathi deprivation means hani karna. These emotions, they deprivate us or they cause losses because we flow with the emotions and we may not take care of our health, we may not take care of our duties. So, it is a human behavior, but we should try to balance our emotions, we should try to dominate our emotions so that these emotions don't depravate us or they don't cause harm for us. Many a times if some sorrow comes, we neglect food. So if we neglect food, it will affect our physical personality also. So all these things should be managed and we should be emotionally strong enough. Then excessive love and affection. Whenever we try to show excessive love and affection to a person, the person will not care for that. So we as a human being, we should have the balance of love and affection towards our awards or towards with whom we live. Because more love and affection may make the person completely dependent on you, or it may be like we are making the person very weak. So we should learn the art of balancing the love and affection. If we continuously try to show more love and affection to our child or children, they will be under pressure. We should try to bring them out and explore them. Then the next emotional determinant is emotional expressions. The emotional expressions what we have, we should be able to control them. If we control these emotional expressions, definitely we will achieve our desired growth. Because emotional expressions, if not controlled, it will affect our work-life balance also. So these emotional expressions should be balanced or should be maintained, or we should learn the art of expressing the things whenever necessary or dominating the emotions whenever necessary. If we don't do this, then we may not perform in a better way. The next emotional determinant is emotional stress. Many a times we observe that the person is physically present in his class or on his duty, but mentally he or she is absent because some or the other emotional stress is being disturbing him. So here these sort of emotional stress need to be overcome through meditation, maybe through yoga, through sports. Especially sports make us to forget everything and enjoy the game. So here the emotional stress need to be managed, and if we are able to manage this emotional stress successfully, definitely we will be one of the successful person. So these are the emotional determinants which are important in our personality development. After that, we will see the social and cultural determinants of personality development. Man is a social animal and he lives with family, friends, relatives, colleagues, etc. So here it is a social life and everybody want to be or want to live a happy social life, because we want to show the society that we are happy, we are rich, we are enjoying, or we are safe, we are successful. The first thing what we feel whenever we are doing anything, the first question comes in our mind is लोक काय म्हणतील किंवा लोक काय म्हणतील. So this is the social life, or we are living for the society. So here the social and cultural determinants also have an influence on the personality development. Many a times these social and cultural determinants make us to forget our duties and go away from our career. Many a times these social and cultural determinants will be a hindrance in our career growth, because we can see many a times in India a survey was made, when does a person takes leave. In India most of the people take leave for say these kind of social functions only, maybe fair, that is jatra, or say the social activities. For this purpose only the leaves have been taken. But in other countries, people take leave for their personal development or personality development, further education, or if they are not feeling well. But in India, along with not feeling well, the social reasons are there for it. So here, what are those social and cultural determinants which will affect our personality development? Number one, traditional practices. The various traditional practices what we follow in our house, in our society, in our surrounding environment, it will affect or it will make an impact on our personality. So here these traditional practices will be making us to think in that way. For example, it is a say andhashraddha or unscientific belief that if a cat crosses the road, our work will not happen. Because of which, if a cat crosses the road in India till today, many people stand aside the road or the side of the road till somebody else is crossing. So it is a misbelief or ती एक अंधश्रद्धा आहे. So अशा गोष्टींचा आमच्यावर प्रभाव पडत जातो. So these traditions and practices what we follow should be scientific and have a rational thinking for this kind of practices. Then the second thing is norms. The various norms what we follow, the various practices what we do, these norms or practices make impact on our personal life. So therefore the various norms or the various practices or various rules and regulations what we follow in our house, they make us to behave in that way. For example, in our house, if we throw the plastic paper here and there, the same thing will be learned by our children, and the same way they will be through here and there the chocolate wrappers and papers and all in school and all. But in house, if we try to put them in a dustbin, the same norms or same teachings will reach the children and they will follow those things. The next is customs. The various customs what we follow are maybe the celebration of during the Deepavali we use chandan and utna for bath and all. So these kind of customs, or during Deepavali or during Dhanteras there is a custom of purchasing gold. So these kind of customs also play important role in our personality development. The next is procedures or practices what we do in our house or in the society related to festivals, related to our small little functions in our houses. All these things will also impact on our social and cultural development. Then rules and regulations, what we follow in the society, what we follow in our house, all these rules and regulations will make an impact on our life. After that, the precedents and values, what we follow, those values or precedents will definitely make an impact on our life. So these are the social and cultural determinants. There are another determinants like family determinants and educational determinants. Educational determinant means the qualification or the formal education what we get from our schooling, colleges, and what education qualification we have. All these things come under the educational determinants. And family determinants, what family background we have, what norms we follow in our family. All these things also play an important role in our personality development. So the various family determinants like what background we have. If a person's father is army man, he will be interested in defense. If a person's father is teacher, he will be having interest in teaching, or he will be of that background. If a person's father is a farmer, he or she will be interested, or he or she will be learning the farming techniques or knowledge about the farm. So this is how the family background or family determinants make an impact on our personality development. And educational qualification or educational determinants are those determinants wherein the various qualification or various educations what we take right from schooling till the post graduation, all the educational institutes or the education what we take will make an impact on our personality. If we are disciplined from school, slowly we follow the same discipline. If we are notorious, we will continue with the notorious attitude. So this is how the various educational determinants and family determinants play important role in personality development. So these things we have seen in determinants of personality. With this, almost the first module is finished. If you have any doubts and queries in first module, you can feel free to contact me at any point of time. The notes for first module I will be sending through PDF file in your WhatsApp group. So with this we shall stop here. Thank you. Good day.